Good morning everyone. So today we're at an Audi. It's an Audi A1 and then it's an S-line and 15. So it's, we think the DPF's light on, I'll show you later on. But you can see there, we just went and gave it a service and look at the state of the oil filter. So there is absolutely no way that you're going to be able to do a DPF regen with a filter like that, because the oil will be contaminated and the car will simply refuse. So I'll let you see the codes in the next shot. So we pulled codes on this thing and you can see there, I thought we were going after a DPF, and here it's a P0299 turbo supercharger underboost. So the guy who's been looking at this car says that it's quite oily down the back there, so we're actually going to look at this, see what kind of boost pressures we're getting. And if I'm right in saying, I think this is the one where we have the vacuum pipe on top of the the boost actuator solenoid. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, I'll start it up and let's see. Sounds okay, sounds quite healthy. So what we'll do is we'll go into the computer, I'll just set it there. The engine code CXMA. Never done one of these before because it's so new. So we'll read the DTCs, although we know what they are. So it's an underboost problem, and that's active at the moment because it usually would say passive. So let's look at we'll read the data stream. We'll go around here. We're just looking for any PID with boost in it. Charge pressure control activity. Oh, there we go. Charge air pressure specified. Charge pressure before. So just take that one, ambient air temperature. Can.
Well, was just getting Jason service.
There's another one, charge pressure actuator acknowledgement. There's a PID there, charge air cooler inlet, charge air cooler inlet, charge air cool output. Oh, jing, she's got everything. Quite a lot in this. Check some limitations. There is some PID list on this, by the way. Look at this. 2016 model, right enough. So the newer they are, the more you get. My goodness, this is some list. Oh, 510 PIDs. I think we'll just go with what we've got at the moment. We'll be here all day. I don't know what that is. Oh dear. Displays in a funny way. That one looks like it's disconnected. It displays these things. I mean, what do these words mean? It looks gay ugly, that. I think we need to go back, read the freeze frame. This is what I've been guilty of doing in the past, no reading the freeze frame. So look, tap that one. So the ambient air temperature was 980 millibar, the coolant was at 143 degrees, so it's been fairly cold. The engine speed, so it was when it was 2,500 revs. The intake was at 93, and the malfunction, what that means, don't know. So it was at 45,000 miles, I think that's what the car's at the moment. Priority, the vehicle speed 26 miles an hour. So obviously I don't think it must never got enough boost. Let's see this one then. Is that exactly the same or is that a bit different? I think it's about the same. It's good that it gives you freeze frame within actually within the normal manufacturer's data, rather than have to go through OBD2 side of things. Let's do an actuation test. Please confirm that the ignition key is at open position. The engine is in a state of extinction. So we'll have to put the engine off. So you can see there an oil and inspection required. Oh, here we go. So let's just hit OK here. So exhaust turbocharger 1. Let's try that. Not running. So it says it cannot do that, so maybe it's because of the fault code, or maybe because the engine is not running, I'm not sure. So we'll just skip out of that. In fact, I'm going to have a wee look and see if I can see the turbocharger on this thing, to see what that looks like. So we're going to have a little look under here. I think the turbocharger is usually mounted on the top here. So what's that under there, Jace? Is that for the DPF, maybe? Oh, it's a Meredy hangs. Oh well, what's that? That's that turbocharger actuator. Ah, there it's there. So we think this is the thing. Aye, see if we can wrap that off, lad. I did it for you, man. Not going to come off. I take the multi-plug off, and then it will come out then. So I leave the multi-plug off. So we think that's in there, because if you see at the back there, that looks like it's mounted on top of the turbocharger down there. So there'll be a vacuum pipe, and then there's it'll be a 3-wire connector, so that has to be the sensor. So that'll be a 5 volts, a power and a ground. So then we'll have an actuation valve. Oh, that must be the actuation valve there. So could be gunged up, don't know yet. So we'll test that with our vacuum gauge just to see if we're getting an output reading, and we'll see if there's been another fault code generated. So with us disconnecting the turbocharger sensor, actuator sensor, we should have generated another code. So there we go. Turbocharger boost control position sensor circuit low. So we know now that we're on the right component. So that gives us confidence to go forward. Is that right, Jason? Confidence. Confidence, right. So I'll get my vacuum gauge. I'll take it with you. Jason, what happened today? My torch, lad, you got it? There you go, there you go. You see that? There you go. So there you go. We've put the multi-plug back on, and I'm trying to monitor via the scan tool. But to be honest with you, there is so many PIDs I can't track down which one relates to this. If I had more time, I'll maybe do it. But so just to prove a point here, so we've got our vacuum gauge, and you can see that this diaphragm, I'll just watch that there, that is holding vacuum. well, a good vacuum on any vacuum motor, as you would call it, is 20 inches. So there's 20 inches good. Because it used to be on the Audi Volkswagen group, it was a diaphragm went within there, so we've proved that's good. Still don't know if the output's good here. I would assume it would be because we had a code for that. So his complaint is underboost. So with the lack of maintenance on this car, I would probably say that the turbo fins are choked up. But what we're going to do is take it a run and see how it responds. But Jason there, he put his hand down the back, and when I let the vacuum go, you can maybe hear this. You can, well, I'll let you see it in shot. You hear it clicking down the back. Oh, the scan tool just about to a dancer. But you can actually see the rod, and it's actuating, it's full distance. So I don't believe anything up here is a problem. I believe it's a turbo, or maybe even a choked DPF. I don't know. We'll go and take it a run and I'll let you see the data. Cheers. Actually, when I'm sitting looking at this, I don't like the look of this. So you can see the pressure. So look, it's all gobbledygook. You can see it's at 1000 hectopascals, and when I rev it, it's going down the way. That's not right. So I begin to wonder if this indeed has got a choked DPF. One thing I would say, I think the Autel's a bit better because it displays all the PIDs and you can quickly go through it. With this one, you've got to select them, which is a bit of a painful thing. But let's go back in and let's see how choked the DPF is. Absolutely, there's no boost at all in this thing. It is flat. Oh, we've got the glow plug warning light. There we go. I think it has got a blocked DPF. I think maybe the turbo underboost is just a symptom. So you can see there, I think that's the pressure in the exhaust, and if I rev that, we're only getting to 32 hectopascals, which I believe is like something, a third of a PSI, so I don't believe there's much pressure in the exhaust. But I think we've got a seized turbo here actually. We're not getting any boost at all, so I think that's our problem. So we'll need to go and see if we can do anything with that. So it's looking like a seized turbo, because that fault code, if I come back into that, as soon as I took it up this hill here, read DTC, turbocharger underboost. There we go. So no turbocharger, no turbo boost at all. Right, we're strongly suspecting the turbo is seized. So we've got the little camera down there, see if we can see anything. No, it's hard, eh?
Ready? When you go.
Nothing.
Get me ready.
Put it off! So the image is a bit blurry, but we revved the car and we can't see the turbo moving, so we're suspected that it's seized. Right there. Oh, that's a better in. Right, rev it, my man. So there's a better picture. He's going to rev it and see if this turbo moves. Nothing. Right. So just shut it off, my man. So that's conclusive. A turbo. A lack of oil maintenance, a lack of maintenance has caused the turbo to seize. Cheers. Have a nice Saturday.